The Nile never wakes. Even when the sun rises and the heat begins to seep into everything, the Nile stays quiet. It doesn't rush, it doesn't hurry, it stretches. Like an ancient creature that has watched empires rise and fall while the water remained the same. And on that water, the steamer Karnak moved slowly, carrying on its back 20 wealthy travelers and nobles from around the world who had come to see Egypt. And it brought with it one death. The victim's name, Lynette Doyle, daughter of one of the richest men in England, 18 years old, golden hair, blue eyes, and a smile that made you believe the world was still good. On the morning of April 12th, she was found in her cabin, one bullet to the head, and the steamer kept moving. Hercule Poirot had not traveled to solve crimes. He had traveled to rest. His doctor had told him, the Nile air will work miracles. And Poirot, the man who never stepped outside without polished shoes and a perfectly aligned mustache, decided to believe him. He boarded at Aswan, placed his small suitcase in his cabin, and sat on deck looking at the Nile. At that very moment, he saw Lynette Doyle for the first time. She stood on deck, her hair moving in the wind. She carried nothing. She did nothing. Yet, she drew everyone's attention. Officers, servants, passengers, all eyes were on her. She didn't seem to notice. When she came beside him and leaned on the railing, she said without introduction, "You're Hercule Poirot. I've heard of you." He replied, "And I have heard of you, Miss Doyle." She smiled, but the smile didn't reach her eyes. And Poirot, who read people the way a doctor reads x-rays, sensed something wrong. Not in her, in the air around her. Two other passengers caught Poirot's attention. First, Jacqueline de Belfort, a thin French girl with dark eyes and a heart darker than them. Second, Simon Doyle, Lynette's husband, who had once been Jacqueline's fiancé before Lynette came and took him. Poirot watched the three at dinner, Lynette beside her husband, Jacqueline at the opposite table. She didn't look at them. She didn't need to. Her dark eyes pierced Lynette like a blade. Poirot ate quietly, already certain this journey would not end peacefully. The next day, Lynette asked to speak with him privately. She said in a low voice, "Poirot, Jacqueline is following me. From the hotel in London to here. I'm afraid." He asked, "Did she threaten you?" "She said I stole everything from her and that I would regret it." Poirot thought for a moment, then replied calmly, "Miss Doyle, you are not complaining about death. You are complaining about a woman who wants you to suffer." But he did not say what he truly felt, that the danger was not coming from outside. The danger was already on board. Night came. The steamer stopped at Abu Simbel. The passengers went ashore to see the temples. They returned. They slept. At 3 in the morning, the entire ship woke to Jacqueline's scream. She claimed Simon had struck her. The gun went off in his hand and wounded another woman. In all the confusion, when they checked on Lynette, they found her dead, a bullet in her head, the pistol missing. Poirot stood in Lynette's cabin, staring. He didn't move for minutes. Then the little gray cells began to work. It was impossible, because Jacqueline, the only witness claiming Simon was with her, was herself a suspect. And Simon, whose alibi came from Jacqueline, had been taken to the doctor for treatment. Both had an hour unaccounted for. Only one question filled Poirot's mind. Who benefited from Lynette's death? The answer was everyone. Poirot couldn't sleep, thinking about the perfect alibi. Jacqueline wounded, Simon beside her, witnesses everywhere. The question was how, not who. He questioned the passengers. Dr. Bessner admitted he never checked Simon's wound. Fenton revealed he benefited from Lynette's death. Mrs. Otterbourne said she saw Jacqueline enter Lynette's cabin before the scream. Poirot gathered Jacqueline and Simon and explained. Jacqueline killed Lynette earlier, then staged the shooting. Simon injured himself to create an alibi, and they threw the pistol into the Nile. Both were arrested in Alexandria. Later, Poirot said he solved it when he realized their love hadn't truly ended. A love strong enough to kill wouldn't simply disappear. The steamer sailed on, and the Nile remained silent.